welcome back to my channel. It's Christina here. I hope you're all doing really well. So I'm really excited to be back filming properly again. For those of you that watched my last video, I mentioned that we were due to get married a couple of days after that was uploaded. So now that the chaos of the wedding and the lead up to it and everything is over now, I'm so happy to be back filming properly again. But I'm so excited to be back filming and just to have a bit more time to dedicate to sit down and go over the new releases that have come out. So today we are going to be going over the new Nomad Cosmetics Pacific Northwest palette. So Nomad are absolutely spoiling us with their releases lately. This is actually the second autumn release that they've come out with this year. So it's inspired by the Pacific Northwest region of Northern America. So it's heavily inspired by the nature and the landscape of this area. It's an absolutely gorgeous colour story. So we do also have this sort of oil on canvas effect on the outside of the palette as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. It just makes it look like a painting. So the colour story of this palette is just absolutely beautiful. So the shades are looking quite washed out under these lights, but they are much more vibrant in real life. So just before I forget to mention as well that Nomad usually donates a portion of their profits to a charity or organisation, and this palette is in support of the Conservation Northwest organisation. So as I mentioned in my last video, I do now also have a discount code to use with Nomad. So I'll leave the code on screen. It's Justina10. So it's a non-affiliated code. I don't actually earn any commission from it or anything. It's just to save you a bit of money. So thank you so much if you do decide to use my code, and it really supports my content and my channel. So now that the swatches and the information about the palette are out of the way, we'll get into look number one. Okay, so we'll start with the first look. I do have my foundation and eye primer on, nothing else, so I'm looking a bit scary. My face is a bit washed out, but we'll just get in with the first look anyway. I think I'm going to play with this side of the palette with the kind of burgundy browns, and then I really want to use that lilac shade as well. There's so many nice shades, nice shimmer shades I want to try, but yeah, I think I'm going to lean over this side of the palette just because the other look that I'll be doing for the Nomad challenge, I'm planning on using a lot more of the greens, and yeah, I just really want to play with this side of the palette, so we'll start with that today. So just starting with this kind of burgundy brown Perfect Pinot, and I'm just going to start stamping that into the crease, and then we will start blending out afterwards. Okay, the shade is really pigmented. It's a really kind of deep, I would say like a kind of winey toned, purpley toned brown. So bear with me if you can sort of hear me wheezing while I'm doing this. I'm just over a chest infection, but I'm still on the antibiotic for it. I get chest infections quite frequently because I have a few different lung diseases actually, but one of the main ones is that I have asthma and then another condition called bronchiectasis. So it just means that your lungs are just really open and prone to infection a lot of the time. So I found, like, as soon as the wedding was over there a few weeks ago, I just kind of got sick really fast. So it just means that I kind of cough a lot, and yeah, you're just kind of prone to getting sick quite a lot. But I'm so happy to be back filming anyway. It feels really weird but good as well, just to actually have a bit more time now again. The last time I filmed a video was, I think, just before we got married, and we were flat out organising it, and yeah, it feels really good. I'm a bit sad as well, obviously, that the wedding is over and everything now, but so yeah, it just feels really good now to be back filming and just to have a bit more time. I just did not have time. I knew I had so many looks that I wanted to do, and so many new collections that were coming out for Halloween and fall season and everything, and I just didn't have time. So I'm so happy to be able to just have a bit more time to kind of throw myself into this, because this is just my favourite time of year. There's so many good Halloween and autumnal collections coming out, and this is my, I was saying to my husband the other day, this is my makeup buying season. I kind of try to, you know, be good and be mindful of what I'm buying throughout the year, but when it comes to this time of year, you know, this is the sort of makeup that I really love, and it's just completely my thing. So I just allow myself and treat myself to get the things that I want to buy. And I know when it comes to after this period or kind of early next year, I'll have to rein it in a bit again. But yeah, I don't know, I think this time of year there's so many good collections and palettes coming out. I've seen loads of people saying it as well. It's been really hard to have any sort of self-restraint. I'm just going back over this burgundy kind of brown shade and just kind of fluffing around the edges just before we start putting on the next shade to really buff it out. Okay, so just to really blend out that burgundy shade, I'm going to go in with this shade above here called Foggy Forest. It's sort of like a taupey brown. And when I swatched this, it actually didn't look that dissimilar to my skin tone, but let's see how it looks now. Just sort of start merging this out. Yeah, it definitely shows up a bit darker on the eye, I think. Obviously, if you have a different skin tone to me, it's going to look a lot different on you. But yeah, it is a good kind of transition slash blending out shade for me. I'm just going to really kind of lightly go over these edges, and then I will go back in and re-intensify that brown. So let me know if you picked up this palette or what other spooky or kind of autumnal or fall collections you've picked up. I feel like there's been so many good ones that have come out recently, so I'm still waiting for a few things to come. I have a few videos coming of different collections that I've ordered over the past few weeks, so fingers crossed they get to me sooner rather than later. We usually always have to wait a bit longer over this side of the world for things that are launched, especially if they're launched in the States, but hopefully it won't be too long. I'm just taking the shade Sasquatch Sighting and just starting to stamp that on the outer kind of portion of the eyelid, just to create a bit more depth out here. And it's kind of like a very dark green leaning brown, I would say, just to kind of create a tiny bit more depth, and I might try and like take it out into a bit of a wing shape as well. So yeah, we had an amazing wedding day. Sorry, I'm just taking that shade, the same shade Sasquatch Sighting, just on an angled brush, and I'm just going to start lining the upper eyelid. And we have had an absolutely amazing wedding day, like definitely the best or one of the best day of our lives, like we said to each other afterwards. Like obviously we have 3 kids, so we can't really say it was definitely the best. Obviously the day our kids were born were also the best day of our lives, but it's just we've never had that where, you know, the day was just all about us. Obviously it was about family and the kids as well, but we've never had that experience where we were able to just kind of celebrate, you know, us and our relationship kind of together, and that was the main focus, you know. So it was just absolutely amazing day. We're just waiting to get our professional photos back. I think I shared some photos that we have on my Instagram stories, but I'm just waiting to get back the proper professional photos, and then we'll share a bit more. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing, and we were so lucky. There was actually a storm, I think it was in the UK as well, but there was a storm that hit Ireland that weekend. I think it started on the Friday, and we were getting married. Okay, my camera died there and it's back on now. I don't know at what point it cut off, so I really hope I wasn't just sitting there talking to myself. But I'm just going to go in now with the shimmer shades on the lid, and I'm just going to actually use a tiny bit of the e.l.f. Grippy Primer just to adhere the shimmers to my lid. I've actually been doing that lately instead of using a glitter glue, and finding it works really good actually. I've been finding I was using the NYX glitter glue for years, and it just, I don't know if it was just old, but I had seen a few people saying that as well. The texture of it just wasn't the same anymore, and it was kind of messing up the texture of shimmer shades as well. So I saw someone doing this hack, I think on Instagram, and I said I'd try it, and it's actually working out really good. I did it on my wedding day as well, adhering the shimmers to the lid, and they stayed on till literally the next day. I didn't wash my, we went to bed really late, and I didn't wash my makeup off, and the shimmers were still perfect the next day. So I'm just gonna put a bit of this over the lid with like a flat shader brush. And then I'm going to start with the shade Coffee Paradise here. I'm just holding the mirror like this so I don't blind you. It's sort of like a brownie with a teal, a brown with like a teal sort of flip. I'm going to just lay this on the outside, or the outer kind of portion of the lid, because I want to put a much lighter shimmer towards the the inner portion. That's really nice. I feel like my lights are sort of washing out just how like sparkly and intense the shimmers are lately as well, but it's just really dull. It's a really dull day here in Dublin. Like I have the lights on in my room and the ring light on and everything, but just to kind of counteract how dull it is, but I don't know if that's going to pick up. It's really, really nice shade. It's definitely a bit of a duochrome flip. It's like a brown with flecks of like teal and kind of blue. It's like one of those blue-brown shifty shades. Okay, and now on another kind of flat shader brush, I'm going to go in with the lilac shimmer called Mountains Are Out, and I'm going to put that in the inner portion. Oh, that's really nice. And I'm just patting these two together to kind of merge them in. Okay, so just on a more kind of pointed blender brush, I'm just going to take a bit of that wine shade again, and I'm just going to go around the outskirts of those shimmers that we put down, just to sort of re-intensify that colour there, because I feel like we did kind of lose a bit of it. And I always go back in with my looks to kind of re-intensify the matte shades once the shimmers have all been laid down. Okay, and again just taking a tiny bit of that kind of greeny brown shade, the Sasquatch sightings, and I'm just going to start stamping that again into the outer portion just to re-intensify the depth there. Hello, okay, so back with the finished look. I actually just went ahead and finished my eyes and the rest of my face because my camera decided to die again. I think it just overheated, so just rather than messing around with it, I just decided to go off and finish it and then come back and show you the finished look. So I'll include some close-ups now. I didn't really do much extra on my bottom eyelid. I just went in with the same wine and the lilac, and then I used the pink shade Salmon Run just in the inner corners as well. So I really love how this turned out, just a really nice, it is actually a really neutral look as well. Okay, so here is the finished look number 2. I'm just doing this in reverse order now. I'm just showing you the finished look, and then I'll include a sped up clip of me actually applying the makeup the second time around. I just decided to do it this way just because I knew that this look would take me quite a long time to do, and just rather than sitting there talking through it, I just thought it would be easier to do it this way. So I'm actually doing this look for the Nomad October challenge, so it's to transform yourself into a forest nymph or forest fairy. So I decided to do kind of autumnal take on that, so just with the red leaves. It's kind of given poison ivy vibes as well, I think, but I really absolutely love how this turned out. Okay, so that concludes the two looks. Let me know which one is your favourite down in the comments below. Just to give you my overview and thoughts about the palette so far, absolutely no issues as per usual from Nomad. The matte shades all blend together so well. Again, I never have any issues with any of the matte shades from Nomad in particular. We have some really nice shimmers in this palette as well, really nice duochrome shades, really sparkly and kind of shifty, really nice kind of unusual shifts as well. So I really like the combination of shades that they chose for this palette as well. I just think it's a really nice and unique take on autumn as well. Okay, so I'm gonna try and wrap this up quickly because my camera keeps turning off because it's overheating with these lights that I have on. So hopefully you found this video useful in some way, and if you do enjoy this sort of content, I'd love if you could subscribe to my channel and stick around. So I do have a few autumnal and Halloween looks planned as well over the next few weeks, so I'll be uploading a bit more regularly, hopefully on YouTube as well. And as always, I'll be creating more looks with this palette over on my Instagram page as well, so I'll leave the handle down below if you're not following me already over there. And with that being said, thanks so much for your time everyone, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye!